the brand new Tesla Model Y is here, and this is the Model Y all-wheel drive. And you can see they're trying to kind of, well, one thing is they took away the standard completely, or at least they took away the standard labeling of it. And now there's just Model Y all-wheel drive, Model Y rear-wheel drive, Model Y Premium, and then of course Model Y Performance. And you might be thinking like, oh, this is like new, right? They've this is a brand new model and they naming and everything. Well, we'll show you actually. There's pricing. There's a really cool Tesla price chart, history price tracking chart. I think down below in the description we've got it. If it isn't, I'll link it as well. We don't actually host this in any sort of way, but it's really cool because you can actually see that there was prices for the Model Y standard range and all these different prices from before, and it fluctuates quite a bit over the past few years. And of course, these are brand new models in terms of the new standard edition, which is really de-featured, de-contented, and really, who is this actually for? Like, is there anybody in the chat that's actually interested in this? Now, I do agree that the deal here is pretty good in a sense that if you were to compare it to a Model Y Premium, and if you're putting like really a little bit down, like not a lot of down payment at all, 0% financing is pretty heavy in terms of if you're financing a $40,000 to $50,000 vehicle, 0% financing versus like 2.99% financing, that could save you like an extra $5,000 in interest if you keep the loan all the way to the end and you don't pay it off quickly. Like that's how loan interest works for a vehicle. As long as you keep the vehicle for a long term and keep paying the minimum or the required payments, that's how you get hit the hardest with interest on Tesla vehicles or any sort of interest with that. But now the Model Y all-wheel drive is here, and what this is new, what if you didn't need the TLDR, they basically just brought a all-wheel drive version of the standard to the US and I guess Puerto Rico as well. It's 41,990, 294 miles of range. And I don't know, do you guys think this is a great deal? Do you think this is a good deal? Of course, there's a rear-wheel drive version that's a little bit lower, and I guess maybe they're like trying to streamline this and make it like a little bit better for everybody. And of course, they put a joke here, you know, drop the standard, but just Model Y, it's cleaner, which I agree. But then it kind of confuses people. Like there is a difference now between Model Y and I don't know. I kind of like how it was standard because it was easy to talk about. Now it's like, okay, so the base Model Y is just Model Y, and then if you want the premium, which has a ton of features, including like, well, I guess not longer autopilot, but ambient lighting, LED headlights, better interior with the glass roof, better sound system. That's the premium one, which I guess is better than doing like an add-on package like some of the other OEM brands out there. And so here's the pricing grid. Here's the pricing layout between everything here. And we've got $39,990 for the rear-wheel drive, $41,990 for the all-wheel drive, which is what, a $2,000 difference. But take a look at it. The rear-wheel drive has a 321 mile range versus all-wheel drive at 294. So I guess if you like really need all-wheel drive in wherever you live or whichever, it could be worth it. But then to bump up from the standard to the premium all-wheel drive, it's about a $7,000 difference, and then it's another almost $9,000 difference to go to the Model Y Performance. But really, I think at a minimum, the best value deal, the best value Tesla is going to be the Model Y rear-wheel drive Premium, because those have $2,000 discounts, or they did not that long ago. That just ended pretty recently, and so that is going to be your best one. Like, and so I would take I would do an analysis, like what's the monthly payment on a rear-wheel drive standard one, or what's the monthly payment versus a rear-wheel drive premium one, and see like how much more is it actually. And then I would just try in, because you can really easily justify the extra cost of a premium version. And Brendan posted this: 1 year ago you could lease a Model 3 for $249 a month, and now they're $499 for the same car and $449 for a lesser car as well. And I mean, this is kind of the same thing with the Model Y. And of course, there was a lot of different incentives that have been removed, like the federal tax credit. And so that's why I feel like there really isn't a deal right now, even if the Model Y standard, like I guess if you're looking for like the base vehicle, and really the people that should be looking to buy that vehicle is like, maybe it's your first Tesla, you want to get your feet wet, or you really hate like the sun with like UV rays and whichever, and you want something blocking it. But I mean, if once you quickly drive the two of them, you'll realize that the premium is worth buying for. Sawyer posted this: now that Autopilot is no longer standard on all Teslas, the new Model Y all-wheel drive that launched last night at $41,990 feels like a really good value. You're you're saving $7,000 versus a Model Y Premium all-wheel drive versus the $5,000 between a rear-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive Premium rear-wheel drive. The $7,000 gap is large enough. I do feel like people will consider the Model Y all-wheel drive, but I don't feel some things I don't feel like with the Model Y rear-wheel drive. And I don't know. I think like once you actually, because most people don't pay cash. Like I mean, if I were to guess, like people that pay cash is like 10 to 20%. Most people finance and lease, and once you look at the monthly payment difference, I feel like it can easily justify because of all the different features that you actually get over a premium versus a standard with that. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We've also got a first spotting of a Model Y Performance with the black headliner. We actually did this pretty recently with Starlight Auto. You can check them out on Instagram. And you can search them on like they're in the Brea area. We did it with Alcantara Suede, but it's really interesting to see the stock version you can see, and it's basically the same gray headliner that's now just black. And so if you missed out on this and you've got like an older Model Y Juniper refresh throughout the past year, the only option you have is, or you got two, is to pay $2,500 or more to Tesla to get an OEM version, or go to places like Starlight Auto to get like a aftermarket version, which is basically like a suede Alcantara. So definitely check out Starlight Auto down below in the description. They do have a dentist deal as well if you want to DM them and ask for the owner Jeremiah so that they can set you up and everything. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. If you are interested in getting a Tesla, don't forget about getting all-weather floor mats. Our favorites are from 3W, especially when you use promo code Dennis35, you get 35% off. So if you're looking for a floor mat that has lifetime warranty, great fitment, definitely check it out. Link down below in the description.